Those of you who were with us on our first program know that we presented a great deal of information, and one of the most fascinating pieces of evidence we examined is this photograph, which some people believe shows Elvis Presley in the company of his longtime friend, Muhammad Ali. Jesse Jackson was also present. Now, curiously, this picture was taken in 1984, 7 years after Elvis allegedly died. Who was the man in the picture? 1 week after the Elvis files aired, we got a call from a gentleman named Larry Kolb, who identified himself as Muhammad Ali's agent. Larry has joined us and has something to share with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Larry Kolb. All right, Larry, welcome. And who is the man in that picture?
That's me.
Ah, and how did you happen to be in the photograph?
I had checked Muhammad Ali into Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York 2 or 3 days before that picture was taken in September 1984. I checked him in under an assumed name. He was undergoing testing for Parkinson's disease under the auspices of one of the leading specialists in the world on Parkinson's disease. And inevitably somebody leaked to the press that he was in the hospital, so within hours there were hundreds of reporters outside, and the next morning 2-inch-high headlines in the papers in New York and across America saying Ali in fight for his life, Ali near death. And there were fans holding candlelight vigils outside the hospital, so I went upstairs to Ali and suggested that he better go downstairs and see the people and let him know that he was okay, because he was upstairs having a good time and not really very sick at all. Oh yeah. He loved the mystery and the controversy though, and he didn't want to go downstairs and let the cat out of the bag, so finally, it was 6 weeks before the presidential election in 1984, and when Jesse Jackson came to visit Muhammad, I suggested the two of them should go downstairs and announce that they were going to run for president together.
Yes.
So they couldn't resist that, and they went downstairs and saw the people. In the elevator on the way down, I wanted to rile Ali up a little bit more, so I asked which of the two of them was going to be vice president.
And what happened? How was that decision made?
Muhammad put his fist up to Jesse, and the good reverend got religion and decided he should be vice president.
I see a vice presidential thing there, yes. All right, but I noticed that you said it was at a New York hospital, and we have been given to understand that this photo was from Kalamazoo.
The picture was definitely taken in New York.
Well, we were also under the impression that Muhammad Ali had confirmed that it was Elvis in the photograph.
If he did, he was certainly joking.
All right. Now, our photograph was from a newspaper, but I understand that you have the color version of the original photograph. Can we show that to the audience?
Sure.
All right. Now, this is the color version of the original photograph, and when you look at it and see it with all of its colors and all of its fullness, yeah, it could look a little bit like Elvis, but I can see that it's really you. But now you have a black and white version, the newspaper version of the same photograph.
Right.
Now when you start removing some of the details in here and some of the fill, and you get into the hard black and white colors, you'll notice that this takes on much more of a potential resemblance to Elvis Presley, the newspaper picture. I understand there's something written on the back, I was told.
Right. When I showed the videotape of your first show to Muhammad and this picture to him, he wrote you a little poem.
Muhammad wrote me a poem.
Oh, a warning.
A warning? Elvis was the coolest, without a doubt. If you say this chump Larry is Elvis, then I'll knock you out. To Muhammad Ali. Well, and I'm not going to say that you're Elvis, but I am going to thank you very, very much for being here and sharing this time with us. Thank you, and for straightening out the misconception, too. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, our intention tonight is to clear up